Andy's seeing Gary again. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. She needs an intervention.
Next Wednesday,
if she don't want to be with me, I'm cool with it. But she can't try to destroy me.
everyone's getting a lesson in love.
You know I'm still feeling Calvin.
Kara, please.
But are they prepared?
We like getting serious? I haven't felt like this in a long time.
To learn the hard way.
How was your night last night? Did you tell me what the hell you're talking about?
Calvin, Maurice told me about you.
What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sistas. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sistas fans, we are talking about the preview for next week's episode, Season 2, Episode 19, airing on March 10th, 9 o'clock, entitled Severing All Ties. And as far as I know, I wasn't able to come across any synopsis yet, but I think the trailer did a decent job of just kind of breaking down things and what we can expect from the episode. So before moving forward, take a moment to hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. Also, follow me on social media. Why wouldn't you do that? Links are in the description below. Last time I checked, we only need a little less than 1,000 Facebook members to hit 100,000 in the Sistas Facebook group. I never would have imagined the group would have gotten that big, but here we are. So not too much to talk about in the trailer. We pick up where we left off. Let me just say the cliffhanger ending of last night's episode, Maurice's face when that man walked out of Calvin's room was hilarious. So the trailer picks off saying, yeah, your boy, he's something else. I'm about to go in there for round 4. Okay, so then, oh yeah, also keep in mind, I'm not just going to talk about the trailer that you just saw. I'm also talking about the end credit trailer from last night's episode as well. So when Maurice gets to work the next day, Jacoby greets him, "What's up, bitch? How you doing, bitch?" And I'm like, oh gosh. Because to be fair, those two did not leave work the prior night on good terms, because that was the last thing that Maurice called Jacoby. Just scream, "I'm not saying nothing to that batch." So, it isn't really cool of him to do that. I mean, look, I'm on Jacoby's side in regards to calling out Maurice for calling him that word. But, for him to just antagonize Maurice as soon as he walks in, dude, that isn't cool. If nothing else, it does make you seem homophobic. So after that, we also have Sabrina coming in, and, I guess it's kind of like in the midst of their back and forth, kind of like, right before they left work the day before. But Sabrina's telling Maurice that, I'm still feeling Calvin. And then Maurice calls her out for that. It's like, I don't buy it. So I'm guessing that he probably asked about, last night when Sabrina went to the bar with Jacoby. She probably just goes into, well, we had a few drinks. Then he came over and we didn't do anything, though, because, I'm still feeling Calvin. It's like, please, I don't buy it. So then Calvin swings by and, Maurice is just kind of asking about like, well, I know what you're up to. It's like, what are you talking about? And then we have Sabrina in her office calling Calvin saying, "Calvin, Maurice told me about you." So, yeah. And part of me is like, I don't think this is a situation where Maurice is lying. Here's what I mean by that. Because I saw the trailer before I actually saw the episode, because I woke up like at around 2:30. Guys, I passed out. I've been worn out from packing stuff up. If you saw my Instagram or my YouTube live stream last night, because I did live streams prior to Sistas, then you saw my room is literally boxed up. So I was exhausted from working on that all day. And I saw the trailer, and as soon as I saw Sabrina calling Calvin, I'm like, oh, here we go again. Somebody told Sabrina something. Now she's going to run with it. But no, in this case, I'm not. I don't think this is a situation where Maurice went into his apartment and then a guy came out of Calvin's room and then Calvin wasn't in there. I don't think that was the case at all, because that wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, why is Sabrina upset? Because at this point, you literally said you're not ready for you don't want to be in a committed relationship with Calvin, and you're playing all these stupid games. And yeah, I'm not. And don't say, well, Jeremy, she didn't do anything with Jacoby because she was still feeling Calvin. So what? does that mean Calvin isn't allowed to move on? He was the one that wanted to step up in regards to a relationship, but Sabrina said no. So what he's supposed to do, just sit around and play these stupid games? Because even Maurice is like, y'all need to stop playing. It's like, if you want to call him, call him. Look, I know I was in the quote unquote minority in this regard back in college, you know, when it came to talking to girls, you know, because obviously being in a guy dorm, we would have these kind of conversations. And, you know, I would say, what does it matter? And look, don't get me wrong, I was a novice. I remember one day, I want to say a couple years ago, I was looking through some old messages on Facebook, you know, just in Messenger, well, inbox, you know, before Messenger was invented. And I was cringing because of how bad I was at messaging people. When I mean bad, I mean like I would just text way too much, or I would send these giant paragraphs. I wouldn't recognize when a person was clearly uninterested. And what do you call it? Basically text etiquette, I guess is the best way to put it. But I've just had the attitude, maybe it sounds, you know, weird coming from a guy, but maybe girls would feel the same way if they said it too. It's like, if you want to talk with somebody or approach someone, why not just do it yourself? Like, I get it, because men, the natural thing for us is to be the pursuer or the hunter, while the woman becomes the hunted. But at the same time, I'm oblivious. I feel like there are people on both sides of, you know, the coin who are oblivious. Like, there are women who feel oblivious. There are men who feel oblivious, because imagine like you just walk into, well, you know, pre-COVID, that is. But then again, I know some places are opening back up to like increased capacity, but the hell if I'm going out anywhere. Let's just say let me just simplify it. Let's just say you're in Walmart or something, like you're shopping. I don't know about you, but I know some people, like, they say, oh, you go out with an agenda to, you know, find someone. I'm like, nah, man, I go out to shop and then get what I need and get back to my apartment. I don't really go out with the intention of, hey, I want to go to the mall to see if I can find a girl. Nah, I go to the mall to hit up FYE, TJ Maxx, go to the Chick-fil-A in the food court and get the hell on out of there. I ain't trying to find somebody. I'm just trying to get up out of there. So I just think that if you want to talk to somebody, then just talk to them, especially in the day and age we live in social media. It's like, if you want to hit somebody up, like, I know the double, triple text is kind of looked down upon. I ain't going to lie, because there have been times where, you know, I feel like I shouldn't do it, but I do it anyway, especially if it's somebody who I frequently talk with. And if it's like a meme or something, oh my God, come on, I got to share it. But yeah, it's like, you can't, call leaving an angry message, or I don't know if Calvin picks up, but it's like, Sabrina, these middle school games are just, no, it's just so, I'm done with it. It's stupid. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent like that on that one specific scene. I'm pretty sure once we get to the actual episode next week, I'll have more to say. But yeah, so we get the next morning, Zach and Fatima are in bed. So Zach is like, are we getting serious? Like, keep it up. We'll see what happens. You might change my mind on how I look at, you know, love and everything. So good for Zach and Fatima. And I love this scene where Zach is at the airport. He's at work with Danny. And he's like, look, you know what? I moved on. And just because I moved on, but that doesn't mean Karen can destroy me, which is a very valid point. Because remember, Fatima, that's a good question. Fatima got Hayden to drop the charge, get Zach out of jail because the drugs were planted, but that does not explain the whole credit card fraud thing. So Hayden may not have done anything about, Hayden may not have anything to Hayden might not have had anything to do with that regardless. Like, Zach was probably going to get arrested anyway because of the warrant. Interesting. All right, and then finally, speaking of Karen, we have Sabrina and Danny going over to the salon the next morning, and pretty much it's a tribunal just saying that, hey, we need to hold an intervention. Sabrina's like, we need to hold an intervention. Like, they can't get married, be together. It's like, there's too much, because he hurt her. And we got multiple segments of Andy trying on the ring, and then in one, it looks like it gets stuck on her finger. So if I were to make an assumption, I think severing all ties is Sabrina just being fed up with Calvin, and, she's done with him. The sisters are just, trying to sever all ties between Andy and Gary. You could also argue that Zach's doing the same thing with Karen because he's trying to move on about, her trying to destroy him. And so That was pretty good. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Be sure to join the Sistas Facebook group. Like I said, we're closing in on 100,000. Hopefully we'll hit it by the end of the week. Because Sistas just came on, so I imagine a lot of new members will be coming in. But if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll talk to you soon.